Morning guys, this is Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Today I'd like to continue my series on beginning bushcraft, and today we're going to talk about fire. Now to begin with, the first thing you do with fire is we already talked about forming a fire kit. Now we're going to talk about preparation. You've picked the place you want to have your fire. That means you've looked around the immediate area and made sure there's no deep beds of leaves or anything that's going to cause fire to get away from you. Cleared out an area. 2, you've looked up and made sure you ain't got a big widowmaker or something about to fall down on you. 3, kind of squat down and look and see if it's a low-lying depression where water would naturally pool, and thus if you're trying to do it in inclement weather, you don't want the rain to run through and wash out your fire. 4, you want to pick your fireplace to be someplace that's not going to cause a lot of environmental impact. Now, leave no trace. If digging a pit is not really the thing to do, scrape dirt up and form a mound an inch or 2 thick. Build your fire on top of that. That way when you're done and you're cleaning up, you can broadcast that dirt out and the original dirt isn't affected underneath. Thus, it doesn't leave a burn ring. Okay? Try to be considerate of other people. We all want the wilderness to look like wilderness, not like pockmarks of 10,000 other people. And clean up your garbage. Okay. Now, you've got your place selected. Lay of the land looks good. You've cleaned out a 10-foot circle around it so you don't have to worry about a spark or something getting away from you. You've got your firewood gathered and you're ready to lay a fire. Now, I'm going to reposition the camera. And we're going to talk about firewood and tinder. And then we'll go to the actual lighting. Stay with me. Okay, guys. This is what I mean by laying the tinder. Now, you already have your actual tinder, be it your dryer lint or whatever. And then you're going to procure your local tinder that you're going to pick up off the ground. Leaves, pine straw, debris, stuff like that. Now, you want to take this and chew it up in your hand, weave it together like that, crush it up, and process it till you make as maximum surface area as you can. Because what happens is, when we generate a spark with a ferrocerium rod or whatever, what is occurring is friction is causing tiny little particles, think of it like grains of sand, to be superheated and shear off and fly through the air. That's the spark we see. If they hit a flat surface, tink, they just bounce off. If they hit a bunched up surface, chunk, they go in and catch fire easier. So we want to have maximum surface so that it will catch a spark better. With a lighter and etc. also, it feeds faster and it catches better. Now, wood for your actual fire should progress from tender to small, like pencil or slightly smaller sticks. From there you progress up to like that kindergarten pencil you had, finger size. Next up, like an inch diameter, something like that. And then finally, your main wood, your big hunks. The progression of this is thermal mass, and what that means is this is easily ignited and the temperature reaches combustion point quickly and easy. Each time we go to a larger source of fuel, it requires a higher mass or more energy for that particular piece of wood or whatever to reach combustion point. So, the smaller the stick, the faster you're going to reach that combustion point. That will feed to the next. Think of it like a cannon fuse. Starts and burns from one to the next. Okay, basic idea. Now, I'm going to reset. We're going to lay basic fires, and I'm going to show you how to lay them and start them. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the basic fire lay that I want you to learn. The predominant wind is coming in this direction, so I want to make a V open to the wind. This will catch and channel air. Next, in between, on top of this V, I'm going to begin laying my fire, taking small sticks like that. I'm going to form a really loose little platform like this. And then I'm going to take my tinder and pile on top. Now on top of that, I'm going to stand up from the outside small sticks back toward it, like that. Crisscrossing them with lots of air in between. See what I'm doing? Okay, basic fire lay. Now, when I ignite my tinder, whoosh, I'm going to put it under here. Notice I did this so I've got a gap right here I can slide my hand under. That will allow me, when I ignite my tinder, however I ignite it, through match or whatever, and I slide it underneath, now the heat goes straight up into my handful of bird's nest right here. And it ignites, thus getting all these little sticks to burn quickly, thus getting the bigger sticks to catch. All the heat column will be right here. Plenty of air will come in from underneath, which will fan it. A fire that's flat on the ground sometimes will smother. It can't get enough air for the fuel. This way it automatically sucks and drafts air well. So we get a good flame going up here, and we keep just adding sticks to the top of the pile until we get a bed of coals. From there we can cook, we can do whatever we want. Simple and basic, right? Okay, let me reset this and we'll actually fire it up. Stay with me. I've got my bird's nest tore up right here. I've got my fire laid. I'm going to ignite my tinder, push it up underneath, and that will ignite my whole pile. Now, we're going to try this with a fire steel. There we go. We just slide it underneath and let that fire spread up into those leaves and all. Just like that. You know, there's lots of air there. I've got plenty of firewood on the side that I can add in as I need. And of course, the smoke goes right toward the camera. And that's all there is to laying a fire. Okay guys, stay with me. That's the very basic of how to lay a fire. Now there's different kind of fires. There's fires for cooking, there's fires for light, and that's a whole other topic. But for right now, for just the beginning fire, make the big open A, with the wind coming in, pile sticks on top, small sticks, have a good bird's nest on top of it, and then layer your sticks on top of that. The object of the game is air, hold the heat, and good fuel. If your fire doesn't want to ignite, maybe you need to peel some bark off or split some. Split wood catches easier than round wood. Make sure your wood is dry. When you bend it, if it snaps, it's dry. If it bends, it's not. It's got a moisture content in it and probably will not burn easily. It can still burn in a big fire, but it won't burn easily and won't catch a spark easy. Little tricks like that are what you learn to build fires and how to be more efficient at it. But for right now, what we want to practice is practice simple little fire lays, simple little fire lightings. Learn to get that down absolutely down pat. Now, here's your homework. You built a fire kit. Put a small fire kit with some form of tinder in your vehicle. Every vehicle you own should have the ability to make a fire if you became stranded. Nothing else. You ought to be able to build a fire if you could. Okay? But don't put 20 gallons of gasoline in there and napalm. Small thing of dryer lint, some matches, a Bic lighter will be sufficient at this time. Okay guys, I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Wishing you safe journeys and have a great day.